logs thinking maps are. Because if you have them, you can use them on the exam. Okay? And the midterm and the final exam. It's all good. So rewriting that as a log, we would say, because it tells us, rewrite this as a log. We would take our parts, and I know this goes on the bottom, so it's going to be log of 4.7, log base 4.7. And then if I was following my properties of logs charts, it would say log base 4.7 of 21 equals x. So that's step 1, rewrite it as a log. And now I have to solve. So in order to solve that, I need to use another one of my log properties, my number 2 property. So this was number 1, rewrite it as a log. And number 2, then when I rewrite that, I could say that was the log of 21 over the log of 4.7. And that can just go right in my calculator like that.
Why are you giving people our text? It's confidential.
I'm sorry, you did not say that in your message. So then I can plug that in your calculator. Thank you.
Isn't that change of base property fabulous?
Log of 21 divided by log 4.7. And I would get, and it says round to the nearest hundredth. I like the nearest thousandth, so if you could round it to the nearest thousandth, even better. 9, 6, 7. I like the nearest thousandth because every AP test you're going to take is going to require you to round everything to the nearest thousandth. So you might as well start practicing now. And then the log of 1 over 10, I can just type that right in because it's base 10. Or I can rewrite that as the log of 1 minus the log of 10, and I can type that in. Either way, I'm still happy, and I still am going to get the right answer just by plugging it into my calculator. And then finally, number 40. 1/2 to the x equals 128. I, again, would probably rewrite that as a log using my number 1 property, and then use my change of base property, number 2, to solve that because I can do that really quickly. Some of you are more inclined to say, well, I know that this has to flip over because it's going to go from a fraction to a whole number, so my x has to be something negative in order to flip it. And then I can just guess and check 2 to what power equals 128. And I can go, 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 go. Or, so I could use my log properties. I could guess and check. And what was my third way that I could solve that? Does anybody remember? Boyer, do you remember?
Well, you could graph it and see where it matches it.
You could graph it. Graph this side.
Right.
Graph this side.
Right.
And find a point where they intersect.
I'm more inclined probably on that one to either use your first option or even the second option because you could graph it.
Option 1 and 2, you could use option 3.
Anytime you have an equal sign in the middle like that, you could graph and see where something matches up.
I would do that. Questions about any of those? Then the last one that I want to look at is there is one, and there's only one, I think. Systems of equation problem. That's why I wasn't getting real too fired up about that, Boyer.